So I'll go live. So I realized that we were live. Marthy, introduce you to my student. Third lesson in evolution of and I have a bachelor's in history and education, African American studies from Temple University, a master's from Harvard, and a master's from management. I'm an ed. This where I help young people, colleges of their journey back to when I was a teacher in California, and I used to teach history. To doing my African American. The students did well. I gave them a 2-week course on not African American history, and they loved it. And so I figured there are so many students out there, parents and just people in general industry, but listen to rap all the, and they think that rap is when I wanted to teach. So that's why we have this course. Welcome, and I want to welcome our students, and she's going to tell her first name, where she's in, and why she wanted to take.
Hi, my name is Ava. I'm in 7th grade and I live in North Carolina, and I am interested in learning about hip hop and I love listening to hip hop, so that's why I wanted to take this course.
Great. So out with our song. Start with yours and drop your song in the chat. I'll put it for 30 mine. Actually, and then you can tell me song of the day. Okay.
Okay. Do you want a link? Professor Carthy, would you like a link? Okay. I did.
You want to share your screen? Just drop it in the chat. I do.
Okay, I'll drop it in the chat. I just sent it.
Okay. Okay, I see it. I'm going to pick it up. We are into this. And so the can see it. I'm going to share so people can see. And we're going to tab. Can you see my screen?
It's loading right now. Oh, I see it now.
Okay. Up. Here we go.
Take action. Clouds in my skull. Ain't I hydroplane in the Dow Jones when the cloud. We rock a fighting weather. And she know me. In the Pacific, Texas stack. Change. Man is back. With little Rihanna, where you at?
And we'll never part. Magazine still be my star, baby, cause you can't see, and that's what that always share. Cause we shine together, I'll be here forever. I'll always be with no thumbs together. I bet it's something never, don't have each other. Under my umbrella, then under my umbrella,
Okay. loved your video.
Thank you.
Tell us why the day and how it really so far, or any elements that you remember.
Well, I like the I guess tune of it, and it kind of showcases the I forgot the name yet. Sorry. Kind of showcases the fashion
Looking at your notes.
that Jay-Z and Rihanna were wearing, I guess.
Okay, so you were looking at her her, what do you call it? Her fashion, kind of like her street fashion.
Yeah.
Okay, and then hear any or see any other within the video?
No,
What
I
about on
don't
the
think
song?
so.
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Doing. Hey, and he was?
Oh, he was rapping and singing.
One of the elements of hip hop. Understand already from fashion and okay, and then we also understand so influences hip hop so more than you think. So don't ever think just because you have all. So that.
Okay.
So my song of the day, and I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna. I know I went over seconds to a minute, but I cannot wait. I'm gonna go ahead and share my end.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's see. You see my screen?
I can, yes.
Okay. Go ahead and this. Here we go.
It's like a jungle sometimes. I'm going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. I keep from going under. Broken glass. People on the stage. I can't take the smell. I always got no money to move. Stars, rats in the back. Junkies in the fall back. I try to get far cause a man with my car. So, cause I'm close. Edge. I'm not too ahead. Sometimes it makes me wonder.
So that was. It's called "The Message" by Flash and the Future. And the reason I chose this, I mean, it was one of the songs I can remember singing, and I always like that hook. I grew up in California, and images of New York. I was looking at the whole video, what it's like over there. So it gave me another insight to what hadn't been before. So hearing what was life like, group in New York City. Anybody from New York City growing up in Oakland? Not true. My stepmother, he was from Brooklyn. So we're gonna get started, and we're gonna go over what's our agenda and all that stuff. Let's try to This is it. That's not what I wanted. Can you see my?
I can, yes.
Okay. You can see my screen? Yes, you can. Okay.
Yep.
Say we have our class. What we did, we already intro. We're going to review hip hop elements didn't cover, and then we were some of the aspects New York City hotbed and what was going on in the mid 70s to the 90s. Get a understanding like in New York City and why it evolution nation of hip hop. So the first two is to get a quiz. On phone, if you don't, I could drop.
I don't have my phone with me. Yes.
So you could just, I'll do is I will chat for you. You should be able to answer it. Okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I just have get this. I'm trying to okay, well, how about you so for those can participate, I want you to go ahead pick. I'm just asking you, there are 4 elements of hip there are 4, and I want you to decide which answer. Is it A, break dancing and singing, rapping, DJing, graffiti? Is it C, rock and rap and artwork?
I think it's B.
Say B?
Well, in A, singing is not one of the elements, and then in C, rocking is not either. Or artwork.
Okay.
Well, graffiti could be artwork.
So you are right. It is B. So we're going to move on and to the next slide. A little bit. I'm going to have to go over you to tell you might not know. Okay. Which rapper is with identity elements of hip hop? A. So that is Nas. B. DJ Kool Herc. DJ Red Alert. KRS-One. Do you need me to go over the picture again?
I think I got them. Okay. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to go with B again. DJ Kool Herc.
Okay. DJ Kool Herc. He didn't identify the elements of is the founder of hip hop. The E, KRS-One, the kind of like 9 elements of hip hop, the 4 elements were breaking, graffiti art, DJ, street language, street knowledge, entrepreneurship. Okay. So you did pretty.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So now we go to the next thing. This is our lab. We go over everything. So there were 3 parts of hip hop that we didn't finish. I'm going to go ahead for you, and then I'm going to talk about street knowledges. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. But,
I'm just going to get up real quick to close my window. I'll be right back.
You are now.
Okay. I'm back.
You're back? Okay. All righty.
About street knowledge.
that clip. Not necessarily go in the song because I just liked their rap song. You know, the street strength of it. Okay, so in California, what kind of fashion do they have on, or what's
They
their?
have the hats
What did you
and
say?
the hats and jackets. I can see like I can see.
Mm-hmm. So they have hat. What we just it seems like a lot of hip hop culture, athletic gear, and then all on the right hand side,
Which guy?
what he's calling. Can you see my
Oh,
point? Mm-hmm.
yes.
You can't.
I can't really tell. Is it like a gun or
You can tell
something?
what.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
gun. And
okay.
they're considered like, yeah, they're considered like, okay, and so UA
Okay.
stands for um make it up for right now instead of the N word, so it's the N dudes, okay, and say street
Okay.
knowledge or elements of street knowledge. You're talking about what it takes by successfully and just beat down and just living and try to in some bad circumstances because sometimes people circumstances, and how do we know that, right? He's talking about the day broken glass, right? And he's talking there's
Yes.
rats and all this and that, trying to make it, okay? So street knowledge, it's who you are and make it so that you can survive and hopefully thrive. Okay? Street knowledge. So the next of hip hop culture that we for street knowledge.
No.
Okay. And so the next is we have language. Okay. I like to as also or refer to it as vernacular. Vernacular is VECULAR. Is the way that you speak. In particular, African Americans, Black folks, hip hop vernacular that is to the street language of hip. So, for you to see different code knowledge that people or street use or Black vernacular, and you don't have to necessarily Black to use this. Influence pop culture in today's. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay.
You might, and this is 40, and so even though I'm originally from Oklahoma, E4 that is known in the for his lingo around some and it has a twang to his, and it's because his people are South originally, and he Grambling University in Louisiana and pick up the Black South language and infuse it to. He came back in as. So I'm going to go ahead and play this, and I won't give you right away, but I'm here, and then we're going to go into street language, which okay?
Okay. So should I just be writing down like the street language?
Dance and grooving.
Okay.
Oops.
Gigs. You want to see me gig?
Yes.
Gigs. What's going on? Bay Area slang with stuff. You know what the yay mean, right? The yay named feasible Belafonte Velazquez. And it can be yay. That's a Bay Area. That's just lingering. You know, cat me just doing some old silly shit. Y'all fucking around. You know, hello. Smell me. You smell me. You smell my cologne. You smell. You know, it's a spinoff of. I'm saying, smell me. Hella. Whenever you hear somebody say, "Man, it was there," you know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all, hella. I want, man, you know, hella just that. That's it. That right there. Put that whole bunch for the F mean for free. You know what I mean? Some amenities. Yee. Guai, Gouda, you know what I'm talking about? Lou, Yeti, Guap, money, cheesy. I got it from Merck. You know what I'm talking about? From it just sound like something that, like a lot of things do. That's what it is right there for show, for sure. We use in our songs with slang, and I was the first like rap artist to ever say it on wax, and that's confirmed like a dot. The V, you know what the V is? That's Mijo, California, the V town. That's a yay area. Man, we been tucked off, man. This little person tucked off somewhere where you don't know where you at, or she, case may be. I'm kind of people know where I'm at, but people don't wear like air, and I'm all so you never can gassed. That means like damn, all stoked. Your juice, you can be ready to thump. Oh, shoulder to shoulder. I'm talking about yourself up, man. Gassed on the song too. 40 got the gassed you, bro. Person right now. To the neck. Just something at the bar and you've been drinking and you got the money. I need to order the onion wings to the neck. Self, you know, I was a young mustache at their age. She kissed on gook down at all. Oh, he took that to the neck. Song to the neck. Oh, I took it to the neck. That means shooing, you know, Chris bluffing. He just, you know what I'm saying? You got me bent. You got me man. Like you got me bent. You tripping. Come on, bro. For sure mean for sure. Like for sure. Cheesy. Bay Area, we wrapping it up. Air, I'm all over the place. I'm talking about
Right. So, all right. We have the bang or black slang street 40. So you never heard of that? You were like you learned or heard of it. They were like, wait, oh, okay, that's.
Yes.
Did you hear anything?
Especially like, yeah, it's kind of like guap, like cheese money. Like it could mean cheese
like,
or money because I've heard. Yeah,
so
I've heard people say like Gouda, which is like a type of cheese.
Right. So I've heard that. Guap. Who is it? What's that? Gucci Mane? He says they were talking about.
Oh, he does.
Now I know, right?
Yeah.
So street lane is it's like it's different in different areas but it's similar. So you're in the South. I'm in the South. I've heard, and he lives in California, and he uses guap. It's still the same. Some, it's just regional. I mean,
Right.
Came to Georgia saying hello. So if I knew they were from California, Northern California. So just like if I hear somebody say, I know they're from the South. I've been around a whole bunch of Southern. Words that you just can kind of tell where some is there any
maybe like yo or something like that, and my mind may think that they're from New York or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. You know, when New Yorkers used to always say, "What up, son?" Son, what are you doing? That's their lingo. Go to the next thing. Just give me, because I think somebody is trying to make sure that I think. So if you could just give a second, be good. Right. So I appreciate patient. Let me try again. I gave somebody the wrong. So is again. Let me see. I'm trying to get in here. So what I share that link with the other student who's trying to get in, going forth, because in any way. So we were on the West Coast, now the East Coast, and see. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. So let me share my screen. Chrome tab. Let's get to. I'm trying to get out of there. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Can you see it?
Yes. Language.
So I am a Brooklyn born. Jamaica Queens, we're 50 Cent. So I have two types of gas and 50 Cent. So you got Brooklyn and oh, I didn't know. Every borough, you got Bloods and Crips, New York gangsters, ex-Cameron, you know. No. Is that like a TV? Yeah. So the first word is that like easy, Nami? I see your head roll. You need that. You need the emphasis. Yeah, that was good. From New Yorkers and
Yeah. You're talking about someone who's like, oh, the nice person. Nah.
More about like your describing. It's very good word.
Exactly. And
that's good. You did a good podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. It's basically what you know when you're agreeing with, like, you know, I'm going to, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. It really doesn't mean to be honest. Whatever you really mean.
Yeah.
It's guap. Guap. Your sister like, and she like hands, and she's like, it's guap. That's guap.
It's a guap. I say like it'd be kind of guap. Like, guap. Like,
Well, sorry to break it to you, actually means money. Like you got a lot of.
okay. He's
See it?
Well, you could be. If you're full of cash, Jay Khaled, he got a lot of guap.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Is dead ass.
I can use it in a sentence. Dead ass said to me she did.
Ooh.
It's like, can you believe she really did that? Like, really? Or like incredulous.
Go a different route. Someone who's just super like yo, like she just work, or he or she doesn't get up on, just like she needs ass.
Like she got a spot.
Like just flat. Oh yeah. That's another one. Oh, she's curvy now. She's dead ass.
As much as I love that, what it means. Use so many ass actually hype. You know, like you, it's a statement like, yo, that show dead ass. Saying you have to believe it. Dead ass.
Okay.
Spaz.
He's slang. Like he's such a spaz.
Spaz. Someone like spaz. Like he's like, yeah, that guy's got. He's. Yes.
Well, you guys are wrong. When you spaz out, like lost it. See what happened yesterday at the spazzed out. Like, so the next square up.
Like they're square.
I love how you always do
Yeah.
with the attitude. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad. Let's make a deal. You got this. I got this. Let's square up. Let's make things financial.
I think people in the hood are making things bigger.
You know what?
If
Bit like that? I think so.
Bed-Stuy is that we're bigging up, making really.
Right.
Well, you're kind of right. Kind of a lot wrong. Squaring up, and you physically head to toe with another person fight. Right up, literally, like your body is square. Right, you can at somebody like look the boxing stance.
Okay. So, what did you of that J language in particular, the East Coast?
I knew all of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Wow, I did. So, what did you do? Is it in songs and I'm just songs, or you
no,
or do you speak like that with your friends?
Well, I hear it in songs.
On the West Coast too.
I hear it in songs, but my friends talk like that too. So.
Okay. Ava, did you see? I haven't heard before.
Yes, a few of them.
Say it again.
Yes, there are a few that I didn't know.
Well, but that were the E thing. So remember our street language, or hip hop language. They have sometimes it's regional. So when I heard guap, like I had it like ding ding ding. I got one. So I know that. Why don't you go ahead and introduce your grade you're in and why you wanted to take the.
Where did she go?
She disappeared. Should I introduce myself?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Jayden. I'm 16 years old, and I don't know where Professor Carthy went, but I wanted to join this class because I'm planning on being a musician, so it's good to know like history of hip hop.
I just cut out. I guess good. I'm gonna. I heard. Sorry about that. So, do you have? Do you have a song 30 to 30 seconds, a minute that you want to share? And then I'll share it out. Don't worry about it.
I should have chose one. Oh, I don't have one right now.
Okay, no problem. So to move on, so that was street knowledge, street language knowledge that we went for, and the last one, entrepreneurship. And share my screen. If I could get out of this. Right. Okay. And one of the 9 elements, in no particular order, is street. And what I like to think of it is, hear somebody say they it's not about just hip hop game. You're a rapper aspect, but you want to involve, and you have different when I say different revenue streams. Jayden, what do I mean by revenue streams? And you don't. What does that mean? You're on mute.
I don't know what revenue means. I'm guessing it's like they have different ways of making money.
Okay. So revenue streams, that's of getting money. You have a job, that's one revenue. You have an online business, revenue stream. So for example, street, I like to think of who is in the hip hop culture trying to get in entrepreneur ventures where they can have revenue. So when the first person that came to necessarily think of him as he's in hip hop culture, or Puff Daddy or right. So he was there sometimes, he's back, but the other he has if you clothing line partnerships with he also has a charter. Are there any other hip hop people or personalities that have street entrepreneurs that is they're known? Any other hip hop people that
I don't know of any people, but I just feel like a personality would be like someone trying to hustle or something like that.
That's true. So if you think about like one other thing, entrepreneurship is another stream of revenue. When you see those shows, says hip hop Atlanta, that's another part of, because it's another form of just for them to things like that. The
Okay.
rock, had I think did he have did clothing?
No.
Okay. Why have you that was say street entrepreneurship is you're not just relying on hip hop, the music, to find out other different that come off of your hip. Okay, so the last 3 that we went over language, street knowledge, street language is particular. Sometimes they're regional, some I don't, but next time we can street knowledge over street knowledge. So with that, that street knowledge that you have, okay, when times are tough, and it's part of African cultural heritage. You know, at times, but we keep working hard, and we will street knowledges too. Found the areas where you're from, just areas you might not. How do you when you are corporate America or you have to dress up, or the way that you talk is talking to your parents. You talk to types of people. Knowledge, okay. So one of the things that I want to over and share with you, since this is, like we said, evolution in the hip hop, we all know the home of hip hop city. City. This is a picture of all have probably seen before. I have you don't see that village or green, and it's what you would call the area. What I mean by high density? What do I mean when I say high density?
Like lots of people.
A lot of people. So a high density area, that means you have a lot of land. So the only people have how do you expand? No, because you have to go upwards. So that's why buildings, okay? The next part we have city, we're still concentrating, and hip hop, okay? And people believe that the first time hip hop evolved or just the culture evolved started August 11th, 19. Herc had his back. Okay, so in the area, this is the handwritten as a flyer, or anything, and you charge only 25 cents for the guys, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. And these are the other people who already, wow. But the main was Cool Herc. When I saw that, this and this is the helped it.
Wow, I just think that like it's so cheap for like a super long party like that, but they obviously will play like good music if Cool Herc is like.
I think when you saw it,
I was just surprised that it was like hand drawn on a little piece of paper.
I know. Wait, this is it. This is hip hop. Like I was like somebody book or on a time card, and hip hop was born. So it was a night. If you don't have that etched into your mind, have that etched into your somewhere. So 93 is the that born, and it was born in New York. We want to be. Was it born in a rec room? Right, like a recreation center. That'd be like a school gym,
right?
That's still low. If we are going to pop, we have to understand the society that happened. So one of the things that I do, or we are going to do acronym, so you can write these things. We are going to go PEST. down pest T. And so what we do is the cities or states are analyzing from a perspective, and lenses we're going to look at look at it from a political lens, from an economic, and then from a social and cultural lens, and the last lens. We're going to look at it from a lenses, and then we're going to look through a political lens, economic lens, and technological. Okay, so you need to understand things so you can what made, in particular, hip hop was born. What city that made able to develop? So you saw the first picture that, right?
Yes.
It was nice and pristine. This is a picture from 1993 of New York. Do you see that is no longer there? Weird about this picture?
The air is dark and murky or something.
Air is murky. It's dirty. So you don't. And so what aspect would that as? Is it political, economic, meaning dealing with money, cultural, or technological?
Technological?
What'd you say?
I said technological.
Technological. Explain. Say technological in terms.
Because like all the air pollution could come from the technology, like cars and trains and stuff.
Do trains and emissions because they have a subway emitting carbon is a good
the
point.
subways, I don't think so. I was thinking
So
of
you're
like
saying the
steam
car?
trains, but people don't use them. Like cars,
Okay, so that is
boats.
you could probably put it under technological description, underneath the social in society. We have an issue in the air, which is it's clear as day, right? Because you have the other clean, but this is the reality. There's no regular, or there's hardly any regular states, and especially it was considered one of or the one polluters in the world. United States. It was one of. How do we know that? From the skyline of night. If you look at those buildings, right, probably too young to know. Those are the. So, 1973, towers were opened up in April. We look at that flyer as that the first hip hop or that when hip hop was born, was it in August 1973? In April 19, Twin Towers were built. And that falls under what technology, okay? Like a feat, look things were. There were financial, those are kind of strong, right? And all that, we're going to stand strong and hustle and make money.
Okay.
Let's see what else we have. That you all? What is that a picture of?
I can see Lady Liberty, but in the water, I feel like there's something there. Like,
what's
oil?
Can't really tell.
Looks like oil.
Yeah.
It's an oil spill. And remember, we were talking there were over 300 oil during that time period. Okay. So we have that. And we're not just talking about just one area. New York City is made up of five, and these are the 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Brooklyn, Staten Island. Okay. You want to definitely know the boroughs because eventually hip hop, or the evolution of, you'll have boroughs against each other to be the kings and top. Okay. So, any of you been to?
I've never been to New York.
You have been, Jayden?
I've been to Brooklyn because
I haven't.
Jayden, have you been or no?
No.
Okay. You have, and you have been to Brooklyn. Like,
yeah, my mom grew up there, so I mean, when I went, it was a few years ago, but it didn't look as bad as it did in that picture. Like the air wasn't as murky and stuff.
So it's not polluted. So, right? Was it airy? Was there a lot of people? What was it like? Pictures of people. If you
yeah. There were tall buildings and a bunch of people on the streets and in the subway stations because not many people would take cars.
Okay, so there wasn't transportation on in Brooklyn, or did most people?
The subway. The subway. What? The subway.
Okay, same thing. Very good. Okay. You think about New York. Modes of transportation is okay. For everyone's. The other aspect is we don't have a lot of space. How can everybody cars and drive them around? People are taking the majority of anyway. Okay. Yeah. And it's has been to New York. What it's like now, looking at or an aspect of its history a long time ago. So in the 70s, problems, the majority of people are taking. The other thing that is that what war just is ending? Jayden, I thought we went over this.
I know. Yeah, Vietnam War.
Vietnam War is okay. So lots of black, okay. Is what we've gone over the stop with that today. We're not going to come back on Thursday next Tuesday, and I have my for you all is analysis for political economics. So in a living, okay. S, what is the social living there? Were they Chinese, Dominican, African American, or Afro-Caribbean, Filipino, Indian information you could get from that time helpful, so we could see what's during that time period. So technology is a very big part of this. What's going on? So I'm going to give to you is music back then.
How did they play music?
Radio? Oh.
Maybe like a boombox.
A boombox in the 80s. So 1973.
Oh.
Is like you're thinking in the 80s words, okay? So they'll use record. So you have your record and your record player, and through that at your house or your whatever, or your little not a boombox, hear the radio station. That you buy record money for it is you go to the So those are the aspects I want next Tuesday. Do you all have any questions? Or do I need to take it back to the I think the biggest thing that again is that this is really crazy. That piece of paper. So there was big. They didn't use any big like that. They used this. That right hand part. What is this? Can you see it? It says
School still out.
School is still out and during the summertime. So I want you to figure out in the summertime. And when we're talking about 1970, looking at New York City, okay, to do the pest analysis. Okay, we're going to talk all about New York. What's going on? Is it that this little piece was the birth of the development of hip hop?
Okay.
I'll see y'all later.
Okay.
See you.
Thank you. See you. Bye.